Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NFL action here. Bucks at Raiders. We've got a promo code for you guys. Use the code BIGTEN, BIGTEN, if you want 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. The Bucks are favored in this one, -4. The total was 52, but the total is currently off the board in a lot of places because of some positive tests between the Raiders. O-lineman Trent Brown has tested positive for COVID, so there's a lot of things up in the air with this one, and handicapping in the era of COVID is a tough task, but we've got Lee from ASA joining us to talk this one. Lee, I know there's some moving parts in this game, but what jumps out to you when you talk about the Bucks and the Raiders?
Well, it's kind of an interesting game as far as both teams are off big wins. The Raiders 2 weeks ago beat Kansas City. That was a big division win. And then last week, Tampa Bay beat an undefeated Green Bay team and did it pretty handily. When we look at the number on this game of Tampa Bay favored by 3, 3.5, or 4 now, two comparable situations. Las Vegas was recently at home as a 3-point underdog to Buffalo. Tampa Bay was recently a 3.5-point favorite at Chicago, and Tampa Bay rates better than Buffalo right now, and I would say Las Vegas doesn't rate as well as the Bears. So I think the line on this game is where it should be, and I do like Tampa Bay minus the points. When we talk about the offenses for both teams, Tampa Bay really hasn't gotten on track yet this year with Tom Brady. They're 22nd in the NFL in yards per play offense. The Raiders offense has really been clicking. They're 10th in yards per play. They're top 10 in total yards per game. But the big difference between these two teams is their defense. The Raiders defense right now has given up over 30 points per game in 4 or 5 games. Their yards per play numbers are horrendous. The Raiders defense gives up 6.4 yards per play compared to Tampa Bay at 4.9. Tampa Bay's defense was really, really good last week against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. The Packers had been averaging 6.8 yards per play on the season. Tampa Bay held them to 3.3. That's a phenomenal number. Tampa Bay's defense, number 1 in the NFL in yards per game allowed, number 1 in yards per play allowed. Las Vegas, on the other hand, is 24th in yards per game allowed and 30th in yards per play. So I'll always side with the defense in this situation, low number. As long as it stays at 4 or under, I would side with Tampa Bay.
Right. I like the Bucks in this one as well. As we saw last week, this Bucks defense can really make teams one-dimensional and a lot easier to contain. We saw it with Aaron Rodgers and company. It seemed like they were scoring almost 40 points a game, and then they played this Bucks defense and score only 10. So this Bucks defense really is the real deal. Earlier in the season, I kind of doubted them, but they're number 1 in the league in yards per carry, allowing just 3 yards per carry, a really good run defense there. And then plus, Tom Brady does not have to be as good as the Raiders offense because we're talking matchups here. Tom Brady gets to go against the Raiders defense, and the Raiders, they have to play against the Bucks defense. And Tom Brady has actually been a lot better in his last 3. The first 3 games, he had 3 fumbles, 3 interceptions to just 3 touchdowns. In his last 3 games, he has 8 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 fumble, and a passer rating over 100. So I do like the Bucks here just because of the matchup and also the COVID issues with the Raiders. Trent Brown, a really good offensive lineman, and normally they've had really good pass protection when it comes to Derek Carr. Him and Tom Brady actually have the fewest sacks in the NFL right now. But yeah, bottom line, Raiders defense allowing 30 points per game. I'm taking the Bucks. That's going to do it for our Bucks and Raiders talk. As always, good stuff from Lee from ASA. Lee, thanks for joining us.